Good morning, good afternoon, or good night from whenever and wherever you are watching us. I am Cameron Scandal. That is Steven Treffler. And we are The Sound. Thank you so much for joining us here today. And folks, we got a football-heavy show today. Football season is just around the corner. We're basically here. College has already started. NFL starting this Thursday, Sunday for all the good games. So we're going all in with the NFL today. We got two brand new segments, two of them. Get ready for this one. Without further ado, we are going to get right into it. And first off, we have a singular thing to mention coming from Steve. Steve, what do you got?
Cooper Kupp will miss week 1 for the Rams.
Official?
Yes, this was just announced. I'm pulling it up. Breaking news an hour ago. Wide receiver Cooper Kupp will miss week 1 and has a possibility of landing on the IR per head coach Sean McVay. Also, Nick Bosa just signed a massive extension with the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
He secured the bag. That bag was happily secured with a record $170 million extension.
Moving on to our first topic of the day, something we haven't done for quite a little bit, but that is today's top 5. It's been a while, so in case you forget what today's top 5 is, Steve and I take various sports topics, different things that we would put in order of most to least, best to worst, however you want to, whatever it calls for. So for today's top 5, we have the 5 teams that we are most excited for this coming NFL season. Steve, you want to go first or want me to go first?
I'll go first. You want me to start at 5?
Have at it, man. Start at 5.
All right, so my 5th most excited team is the Miami Dolphins. Now, okay, everyone knows I'm a Dolphins fan, but that's why I put them at 5, because there's actually some reasons I'm excited to see them. The addition of Vic Fangio, our defensive coordinator, and Jalen Ramsey, I'm really excited to see the dynamic on our defense with a very, very good and proven defensive coordinator. But on the offensive side, I'm excited to see if Tua can stay healthy, because the glimpse that we had last year of a healthy Tua was a top 3 offense in the NFL with him at the helm. So I am very excited to see if we can make something happen. But the Dolphins are my 5th.
They're either going to be really good or really bad. Like, they're just going to be one of the two extremes. So, yeah, I'm excited. They almost made my list, but I'm excited to see how it goes for Miami, too. My number 5 is the Atlanta Falcons. Okay. And I have the Atlanta Falcons for really 2 main reasons. Bijan Robinson is overhyped, but it is warranted overhype at the same time. It's strange, because I made a statement to you that I think Bijan Robinson could lead the NFL in rushing yards, and I really meant that. He's getting so much hype that people are saying the Falcons are a playoff team, that they're not really contenders, but I guess just that a playoff team in the NFC, when they're just not. They're not going to be that good. I don't think he has that much of a singular impact. I don't think Desmond Ridder is going to be that good either. But so I'm excited and interested to see people be so excited about this team and then just have it all be crumbled. Or maybe they'll be right and I'll be wrong. So that's what I'm saying. I guess we'll see. But they are my number 5, the Atlanta Falcons.
My number 4 most exciting team to see is your Philadelphia Eagles, actually. I already am on record saying that I think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. They're my betting favorite. I really think that they have the pieces. But what I'm really excited about is to watch Jalen Hurts' leadership and his development as a leader and a player on the field, because Jalen Hurts just secured the bag. Now he needs to live up to it, and I think he's going to. I see the Eagles trending in a direction that the Eagles have not trended in a very long time, being the best team in the NFC. I don't think there's another team in the NFC that is even close to being as good as them top to bottom on the roster. The vibe around Philly as a whole, but finally the vibe around Philly's defense.
Yeah, and you made the point a lot about the Eagles defense. How it's all Georgia guys. They already have that click, how it could just be immediate to the NFL. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm excited too. I hope everything that you're saying and everyone else who believes in them is right. I believe in them, so go Birds. So my number 4, I think you might find it surprising, actually. The Green Bay Packers.
They almost made my list.
The Green Bay Packers. Is Jordan Love good or bad? I don't know. I have said before when we were doing the division ranking series that I have heard a lot about every other young up and coming or players that we're going to wait and see what happens this season except Jordan Love. I have no idea how he's doing, what people think, but now all of a sudden within the last maybe week and a half, I've seen a lot of stuff of like Jordan Love is that guy. People are saying the Packers are going to go deep, that they got like this, when all before it was not like Jordan Love isn't the guy. So I don't, kind of like with John Robinson, I don't understand. I'm interested to see where he goes with that. And just moving on from Aaron Rodgers, it's a brand new chapter in Green Bay. He was the Packers, and really before Giannis came around, Wisconsin sports. So, a brand new chapter in franchise history. We'll see if Jordan Love can take that helm, but they're my number 4.
It was the Rodgers era, then the Favre era before him, and Green Bay invests heavily into their quarterback. So, no, you know what? If people in Green Bay are saying that Jordan Love's the guy, that's something exciting to watch.
Yeah, it's a good point to make. Yeah.
At number 3, I have the Broncos.
Ooh,
I am super excited to see Sean Payton. Sean Payton is like 132 and 89. No, 152 and 89 as a head coach for the Saints. So, and he had a special quarterback there who was undersized, who was able to command an offense. I'm excited to see what Sean Payton can do. They have a very young but talented receiving core. I'm really, really excited to see what the Broncos can do this season.
Bronco country. Let's ride. Number 3 on my list is a team that I'm really excited for. They almost made my number 1. The Detroit Lions. And Steve, I'm making a statement right here, right now, on this show. Dan Campbell is winning Coach of the Year. Dan Campbell and Jared Goff are going to bring this team from absolute nonsense and buffoonery to back into the playoffs. They're going to be someone that everyone's like, oh, we got Detroit on our roster. Let's relax. And they're going to come in and punch you in the mouth. I'm telling you. You just watch. Everyone's going to be rooting for them. Detroit is a city that, it's kind of like Philly, where it builds its energy and throws it into its sports franchises. You watch for the Detroit Lions, man. I'm telling you. Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year, number 3 on my list.
At number 2, I have the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
I am a very big Bijan Robinson guy, but I don't think it's his time yet. I think that he's going to need a season or 2 until he establishes himself as a top 3 running back in the NFL, which I think he will be. I think he has a chance to be the best running back in football in 4 or 5 years. Not only is Bijan Robinson just freakishly athletic for his stature and size, but he catches the ball out of the backfield just as good as any running back in the NFL that I've seen right now. His ability to make people miss in open space, I think that the Falcons, I'm rewinding a little bit of my Falcons take that I gave a few weeks back, but I think that the Falcons are going to be better than I thought they were. They are not a contender. They are not a playoff team. But I don't know if they'll finish in the bottom of that division, because Desmond Ridder, whether we want to say anything, nobody can have an opinion on him, truthfully, because we don't know what we're getting. Desmond Ridder is an unknown question mark, but the hype that I'm hearing around him is good. I'm hearing that he's looking good with the first team, that he's making good decisions. And Bijan Robinson is going to be the focal point of that offense. But they still have Drake London. They still have Kyle Pitts. I'm not saying that they're going to be a good team at all. What I'm saying is I think they're sneaky, and I think they could knock a team or 2 off that doesn't respect them.
Number 2 on my list, a team I might be surprised you didn't have on yours, the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson going through all this contract turmoil this offseason. People have been saying, get Lamar some receivers. He has no one to throw to. So, kind of like what people were saying about Rodgers in Green Bay. OBJ, I guess we'll see. You and I love Zay Flowers. I think Zay Flowers is going to be one of the best players that came out of this class. And Lamar Jackson has been missing playoff success. Even when he won his MVP, the following 2 seasons, we were like, we got to see Lamar do it in the playoffs. He's been hurt. I think this season that changes. I think this is where Lamar sets everybody straight. Just as like I've seen overhype for Bijan Robinson and the Falcons, I've seen underhype for Lamar. Not the Ravens in general, but like Lamar. People are saying they're going to make the playoffs, but Lamar is going to be kind of mid as far as like the 6 to 9 range of quarterbacks. We obviously don't think that. I think that they're going to be interesting to watch. It's also going to be interesting to see if there's some team tensions between the expectations of Lamar's contract and, like I said, what all they have to do. So they're number 2 on my list.
I'm just concerned more about a defensive side from them, but that's a whole nother conversation for a different time. So, but no, Zay Flowers is who I think is going to win Rookie of the Year, to be honest. I
almost said it, but I stopped myself. I almost said it.
He's definitely.
Are you putting it on record?
I just said it.
But you mean it? How I said about Dan Campbell?
Bijan Robinson. I think Zay Flowers is going to be 1,000-yard receivers rookie year, hands down. I don't think it's close.
Mark it down. We all heard it. Timestamp
it. Number 1, the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, figured that was coming.
I am about to make a statement. This is a statement I'm about to make.
Ooh.
They go to the NFC Championship game.
That is a statement. That's a bold statement.
Bro, listen. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs. Nobody's talking about that guy, by the way, and he's somebody who needs to be talked about. He is a special talent at the running back position. And then you got Aiden Hawkinson on the defensive line, the end. Dan Campbell is a player's coach. Aiden Hutchinson. Dan Campbell is a
I just want to write down. I just want to real quick for the people because I'm gonna edit this out. Steve's been trying to get his name down for. He been saying it 3 times and he still got it wrong.
Dan Campbell has an ability as a player's coach to really grab the locker room, and they buy into him. He cares. He's passionate. I truthfully believe that the Lions are going to show everyone. When's the last time the Lions were good? Never, bro. Even when they had Barry Sanders, they were good, but they weren't good. So I think this is the year that they go to the NFC Championship game. I don't think they win, obviously, but the fact that they make the playoffs and the fact that they're going there is a huge win for the city of Detroit. They've been waiting for this team.
My number 1, another team who I'm surprised was not on your list, the New York Jets. We are not New York Jets believers.
No.
Aaron Rodgers, we still think is bad. They are going to fail. I'm standing on this. They are going to fail. They are an overhyped team. They won 7 games last year, and all that's different is Aaron Rodgers is there, and so is Nathaniel Hackett, who got fired from his last job. And some of Aaron Rodgers' 106-year-old friends. This roster is fine. It's got some talent, but it's not good enough to win anything. They will maybe be a wild card team and nothing more. And I just am excited for everyone to see the downfall of the Jets, the downfall of Aaron Rodgers, and the correctness of the sound.
They almost made my list, and I actually was excited to watch them for the same reason. I do not think they're going to be good. I think they're going to struggle. And as much as I want to root for Aaron Rodgers, I am not a fan of their head coach, and I really don't want the Jets to succeed because they're in my division. So yeah, and Dalvin Cook chose them over the Dolphins. So I agree. Great first selection.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yep. So to run through both of our top 5s for you, I got the New York Jets, the Baltimore Ravens, the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and the Atlanta Falcons.
And I have the Lions, the Falcons, the Broncos, the Eagles, and the Miami Dolphins.
This was good. I'm glad we did a top 5 where it wasn't the same list and we had some different teams on our thing. This was good. Hope everyone enjoyed today's top 5. Moving on to our next segment, a brand new segment. Hope we all get ready for this. It is Parlay All Day. This segment has been in the works for months. We've had this graphic ready, we've had this idea ready, and
you guys have no idea.
It is finally time to present it to you.
We have been waiting.
Parlay All Day is just like it sounds. Steve and I will make sports parlays, real parlays that we will make. 4-leggers, either same game parlays or a little bit of things from everywhere. We have just an NFL parlay for you today for the games on this Sunday. Steve, you got to go first for today's top 5. I'm going first for Parlay All Day, if you don't mind. Here's what I got for Parlay All Day. So my first parlay, I got the San Francisco money line against Pittsburgh. It was at 142 when I wrote this down. It was now at minus 132 at the time of this recording. I think that's an easy one. You always want something nice in your parlays where it's like, yeah, that's going to hit to add some extra money. I just think it makes sense. San Francisco beating Pittsburgh. No real deep analysis that I have to go into there. Next one I also had the Jags money line versus Indianapolis at minus 240. Pretty much the same thing. That seems like a no-brainer.
Okay.
Jacksonville, I mean, it's in Indianapolis, but who cares? It's a division game. I don't think the Jags are dropping that.
Right.
So those two straight out wins. Then we're going to go to Devontae Smith with 1 touchdown at plus 175. Again, all these odds are at the time of recording. So listen, Devontae Smith on week 1, there's something about him. He's a guy that feeds off electricity. He is always a deep threat, especially when it's an exciting, hyped game, which obviously week 1 is going to be. I think he's good for at least 1 touchdown catch. Got that at plus 175. Get your money up a little bit. And then this one at plus 140, I got Devontae Adams for a touchdown and anytime too. So 2 Devontaes getting 2 touchdowns. We talked about the Raiders in our division ranking series. The Raiders have been bad a long time. I'm not a Jimmy G fan. I'm not a Raiders fan. But Devontae Adams is one of the 5 best receivers in the NFL. Jimmy G is just good enough to get you by. Let's hope he's healthy. Even if he's not healthy, I think Devontae Adams, if you have whoever the 3rd string or 2nd stringer is, he's going to be looking to get it to Devontae Adams.
Yeah. For
a combined total of plus 1,543 for the odds, which brings it to a $10 bet, will get you $154.30. So that's what I got. That is my parlay for you all. Let's hope it works.
So for my first leg, for my parlay, I went Bills money line. They're playing the Jets this week. That's currently at minus 138. I think this is an easy win for the Bills. I think the Bills are clearly the better team. I mean, Josh Allen last year came off the best year of his career, and I have no reason to think that he's probably not going to do that again. So I just don't think that there's just too many weapons on Buffalo.
Sure.
But so then we go to the 49ers money line. Once again, they're playing against the Steelers. I don't have much faith in the Steelers over being able to beat the Niners. So I'm taking the Niners in that one. That's at minus 132. And then I have DeAndre Hopkins as an anytime touchdown scorer.
It's a good pick.
He's DeAndre Hopkins. How are you going to say he's not going to score a touchdown? And what other receivers are they throwing to out there consistently in Tennessee? My fourth leg is one that I don't think a lot of people might have thought of, but Kyle Pitts, anytime touchdown scorer for the Atlanta Falcons. They're playing the Cardinals. I mean, they're playing the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
If there's any game where I think that the Atlanta Falcons offense could be successful, it's against the Carolina Panthers. I just think he's going to have to step up for Ritter and be an option. So I think Kyle Pitts is going to score. So that brings the total to plus $29.92. So a $10 bet will win you $299. I think that's a pretty safe $10 bet considering the fact that
a lot of money.
It is on a $10
What's the highest odds on that? What's the leg that has the highest odds?
Kyle Pitts is plus 240.
There it is. I knew there had to be a plus 2 in there somewhere. Yeah. That's not a bad pick though.
Hopkins is plus 200 for a touchdown.
I think it's because both of those teams don't have great quarterbacks. I think that's what it is.
That's true, but we're still talking DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. But we've also talked about how he's been injured a lot. I'm not saying it's a bad. I just saying I understand why it's so high odds. Yeah.
In week 1, I think we can give him a tutty, especially going against the New Orleans Saints. I think we can give DeAndre Hopkins a tutty.
this is just kind of a rule of thumb for me. If I need something extra to throw into my parlay to juice it up, Jalen Hurts for a rushing touchdown is always a
I
safe
almost
bet
put it.
too. I almost did too, but he's our Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown or Jalen Hurts for like rushing yards, whoever you feel comfortable is always a safe bet. So yeah, we got 2 bets for over $150. I mean, yours is over $200. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed Parlay All Day, a brand new segment. Like I said, we've been working on this for a long time. We are so happy it's finally out for you all to see.
Finally here.
Hope you enjoyed. And we'll, obviously, as seasons go on, we'll do different sports leagues, not just football, basketball, all that good stuff. So, hope you enjoyed. Our third and final segment, another brand new one, Sound the Alarm. Sound the Alarm is a segment which is pretty much anything similar to an upset alert type of segment where teams or games that Steve and I think could go the other way for very valid reasons, non-gambling purposes. But yeah, these are the games that we think, hey, if it's going to be a team that's going to get beat, it's going to be these guys. My first upset, I got Tampa Bay at Minnesota beating Minnesota. Did you have that too?
That's my number
All right,
one.
let's just talk about it. So Tampa Bay at Minnesota, they're 6-point underdogs, and I think we're going to be on the same brainwave where it's like Baker Mayfield's going to prove something. I also just, if a team's going to flop at home on week 1, something that just says Minnesota to me, that says that just sounds like Kirk Cousins. Like,
and they lost Dalvin Cook.
Tampa Bay at plus 210, 6-point underdogs. I just think they're going to go in and beat them. I think Baker's going to go strong. We obviously have the same feelings about Tampa Bay. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the first upset. Do you have anything different to add to that?
I just think Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are two elite, not elite. They're very good receivers. And Baker, once again, we have them winning the division. And I don't understand why everyone has them as these massive underdogs. But everyone's going to see in week 1. You have the same second one as me as well. This will be insane.
Rams at Seahawks.
No, okay.
Okay, good. All right. So I got the Rams beating Seattle Rams beating the Seahawks in Seattle. It is plus 205. They are a 5.5-point underdog. And I was trying to find who's going to be the week 1 starter. If Matthew Stafford's fully healthy, if he's going to be there, I got a lot of mixed reports. I think even if, and Cooper Kupp is not going to be there, which changes this a little bit. That is a bummer for this take. But regardless, I'm going to stand on it. I think the Rams are going to beat Seattle. I don't think it's going to happen, but there is a possibility that Geno Smith goes back to being Geno Smith. And not being his great quarterback that he was last year. So if that does happen, I think the Rams are in good hands with whoever Stenson Bennett or Matthew Stafford is going to start. I think the Rams defense, if we talked about, Aaron Donald will manhandle whoever he has to manhandle.
Oh, yes.
Let's again, it's a bummer Cooper Kupp is not part of this take now, but I have the Rams upsetting Seattle.
I have the Colts upsetting the Jags.
Oh, that breaks my parlay then. Damn.
Listen. I am a big believer in Anthony Richardson. I have been following him in the preseason. The Colts have literally handed him the keys to the franchise and said, here you go. And Michael Pittman Jr. is out there. They're still trying to figure things out with Jonathan Taylor. I don't know what's going on with that. But listen, I am not a believer in the Jags. I am not a believer in Trevor Lawrence. I really just hate – I hate the idea that Nick puts Trevor Lawrence as high as he does. Yeah. I hate the idea of the Jags being a good team. They were 9-8 and won their division. They're not some elite team. They were 9-8. And we have the Colts coming in second in their division. I firmly believe that the Colts this year have a team good enough to surprise teams. And I think Anthony Richardson is good enough to surprise people. So I think the Colts are taking the Jags, man.
I hope you're wrong for the sake of my $10, but I guess we'll see. This has been, I'm just getting mollywopped on this Sound the Alarm segment. No Cooper Kupp. Steve's like, forget your money. They're losing. just a bummer for me, man. Why are we even doing this? But you know what? I know why we're doing this because it's a good segment. I think this is a good time. And as the season goes on, the upsets will be easier to guess because we'll have more of a sample size. There'll be more evidence of evidence of upsets. Yeah, really. These are only upsets because of the points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed sounding the alarm for the first time. This will definitely be coming back. Like I said, it will only get better. First time for everything. I thought it went great, though. Hope you enjoyed it. And that is going to do it for us today. Another great show, chock full of football. NFL season is here, baby. Let's go.
2 days.
Go Eagles. Go Dolphins. Just go football, man. It's
one day.
Yeah, tomorrow. Chiefs and who are they playing?
The Lions. But have we heard anything on Travis Kelce? Hold on, before we end the show for the viewers.
Yeah, cut the music. Cut the music.
Hold on.
Cut the music.
2 hours ago, he's listed as questionable. Okay, here. After tests today, the Chiefs believe Travis Kelce's ACL is intact. There's inflammation in his knee, and they will get it tested again on Wednesday to determine his availability for Thursday night. I don't know.
Questionable? That sounds like it's questionable.
Questionable.
Yeah. So it's going to be a game time decision. We're going to find out tomorrow at some point.
Interesting.
All right. Bring the music back. All right. We hope you enjoyed being with us today. Hope you enjoyed our 2 new segments. Hope you enjoyed all the football. Game tomorrow. We're all ready. Thank you so much for joining us today. Oh, wait. Always remember. If you are ever in need of intelligent and cogent sports analysis, listen to this now. We will always have you covered. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. Take care. We'll see you next time. Listen to the sound.